It's important to live and embrace the path of healing by way of self-acceptance. I will trigger you. Not whether these triggers be good or bad. No, that triggering transcends energy for healing the conscious collective's awareness, aka the soul. I welcome you into my grand energy and channel. All welcome and unwelcome energies, known and unknown, in the spirit and in flesh, will be transmuted into its highest energy and vibe. Ashe. On the cool, I get real sensitive about making these videos because whenever I'm doing this shit, I swear out of nowhere, y'all, I be getting like some kind of brain fog, or it's like I can't articulate what it is that I want to say, or my intuition is telling me what it is that I'm feeling. And then sometimes I be in the creative flow, like I just be like, oh my goodness, go bro. So like I get so excited, but other times I'm just like, what the fuck? And y'all may think I'm crazy, but right now it's a fly flying around my bathroom, and I think this motherfucker is the reason why, because I'm not lying. I have monitoring spirits. I do. I got monitoring spirits. I ain't even finna sit up here and fake and shake about it. I know motherfuckers sit up and watch me. Y'all, I have been under spiritual attack in my sleep state and my awake state. I don't watch tarot like that. You could have caught me 3 years ago watching that shit every day. Like, the shit that I be on is to educate myself and to further my ascension. I love to teach. I love to share messages. I love to pull the oracle cards and tarot. I'm not a tarot reader. I don't read tarot. I use tarot to help assist me with interpreting messages or getting my point across, because I basically share the messages that I receive from spirit based on my own understanding. And when I say that, I mean based on my own life experiences. For years, y'all, in 2012, I had a hard hit. And I had this traumatic experience happen to me where from 2012 up until 2015, I would forget like what I was talking about in the middle of a sentence. And then in 2020, it hit me so hard where like I was scrambling, like my mind was being scrambled. Like I have been under heavy attack since forever. But it was just something about like the process, because at the end of the day, I had already been on this journey, because I hadn't been educated on the things that I am now educated on and continuing to be educated on. But since I was 19 years old, all I've ever wanted to do was be a virtuous woman after God's own heart. Since I was a little girl, all I've ever wanted to do was sing for God, sing from my heart and my soul, to speak. See, it's always been a battle when it comes to my throat chakra, me being able to communicate, because that's my spiritual alchemy. That's the gift. I can shapeshift in communicating. There is a lot of room for improvement with speech and being able to articulate, my thoughts, my thoughts. But God has told me so many times, don't worry about that. That's why I've made it this far, because it's been a battle. It's been a battle. Like I'm not really big on ego, but I do have ego. I do have an ego. I do. And the ego forgets to purge, so I have to remind this ego to purge. I don't have friends. When I did have a friend, I was friends with that person since I was like 14 years old. And I walked away from that person in 2023. My journey had taken course into, and I wasn't fit to miss that train. I wasn't fit to miss the train. I was like, here I come. I'm with you. Wherever you go, God, take me with you. This may not be this is definitely not the end. This is definitely not what God has for me to do permanently. This ain't where it's at. It's so much restriction being here trying to give these messages, but I'm gonna embrace it, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of healing. But then I've healed so much. What is it that keeps me from being able to express myself once I click play on this camera? Is it the monitoring spirits? Is it fear? Because I'm not scared. I'm very passionate about helping and assisting, not just my damn self, but people, period. At the end of the day, if I have anything that is like Jesus, and don't get me wrong, because I'll find my truth in all religions. I'm not a religious person. I do have religious traits and characteristics, yes, because I grew up in church. I've always had this love for God, like ever since I was a kid. But at the end of the day, Christ is consciousness to me. That's my truth. I found Christ when I found awareness. I had been looking for Jesus Christ my whole life in the church. I mean, I was trying to, I wanted God. I wanted Christ. I wanted Jesus Christ. I wanted that white man on that picture to come and show up. He never did. He never did. When I met God, I met God the day that I met myself. I met God when I became consciously aware that there was no God outside of me. Not one that has a higher authority than I. I'm gonna pace myself. I'm gonna ride this ride. I'm gonna ride this ride. Because it can only get better. It can only get better. Because I said it will. See, God already willed it. And I fall into agreement with God's will. Not one missed mark is going to stop me from achieving my goals, whatever they may be. See, I find purpose in all of it. Even the things that I don't understand, I have humbled myself enough to say, God, what is the lesson? What is this teaching me? I'm not easily received by others the way that I receive others. But I like it because at this day and age, I don't receive others so easily. My damn self. Because see, I don't doubt the bullshit that I see from a mile away anymore. I don't give a motherfucker room to play with me anymore. When I used to sit and try to make these videos being Joyce Myers or do it the way that I thought I would be received, I wasn't received. I'm barely received by the collective now. But that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me, see, because there became a time when I've been looking for, I kept saying this whole time that I had become consciously aware of this journey, my spiritual journey, my healing journey, and, coming into conscious awareness and things. I need a spiritual guru. I need a guide. I need a spiritual coach. I need a spiritual teacher. Archangel Michael had already told me in 2020 that I was becoming my own guide. I had already received the messages about becoming my own guide. If you don't journal, but you need to journal, start making digital videos like this. You don't have to upload them. Just make them and go back and listen to yourself. Because you're going to answer all your questions. You are not who you are just for yourself. But you are who you are for the whole. And see, what is the whole? Your soul, your consciousness. And what is the consciousness? The consciousness, the conscious collective. All of it. God is whole thing. Trust your path, trust your journey, even when nobody else sees it the way you see it. Be compassionate with yourself. You're going to get through this. Don't take all the answers and shit from other spiritual coaches and shit like that, like people that you follow. Everything that they say and teach, that's because it works for them. That's how God brought the information, and whoever they working with, they received their information in that way because that's how their soul needed it in order to ascend. Not everything they say is going to be relatable or resonate with you. It may trigger you, but you have to do what works for you. You have to be you at the end of the day, not the person that you're watching. Nobody can indoctrinate you. Nobody can don't let anyone spit that spiritual dogma, religious dogma on you. Be open-minded. Learn to be open-minded if you don't know how to be open-minded. The best thing that is happening in your life is your present moment. You are always gaining and in agreement. You about to be very, you already, you will. This ain't the message that I wanted to give, but this the message that may need to be given. Because I don't like when I feel like I have to force it. It's not easy dealing with the externals. At the end of the day, yes, we have an inner me, but at the end of the day, there are also external things that try to hinder us, stop us, delay us, block us, you know. I could be like this too. Sometimes I think because I never have like a layout, because it takes too long. I was so happy when I heard my spirit guide say, hey, we're going to keep all that in the, we just going to keep all that in the. Whoever the whack attack is, your timing is poor. Because I'm the fucking chariot. And you can't stop me. I will continue to subdue. My purpose is already been living. I'm already living in my purpose. It ain't gotta look like what I thought it should look like. Cause don't nobody pay me to think. And every thought that I think ain't mine anyway to receive. I'm learning to look at my thoughts and observe them. Fuck you and those swords you throw. I'm sending them bitches back at you tenfold. I don't fold clothes. So ain't no way you motherfuckers gonna make me fold. I stand in my divinity, in my essence. The Mother, Father, God. Fights my battles for me. I don't have to come after you whack attacks. But you whack attacks know that I ain't never been scared to clap back. See, I've always been gracious with motherfuckers. That's where you had me fucked up at. I got that gift from God. Letting you motherfuckers pass. Or the fact that I'm a Pisces moon and Mars is there, and so sometimes Pisces wants to show so much compassion to you motherfuckers, and Mars want to get on you motherfuckers' ass. You can't stop me. Don't let them stop you, collective. This is your life to experience. Count it all joy, baby. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Stop denying your demons. We all have them. We all have them. For the ones that you don't want around, kick their ass out. They don't belong there. Fuck them. Fuck anything and anybody that's trying to stop you. I just posted a message not too long ago that said to kill everything in front of you. See, what was so crazy about that message is that before I said kill everything in front of you, I had said eat everything in front of you. And lately I have been eating everything in front of me. But I took a step back and I began to take it slow, you know, because I began to see that I was under some spiritual attack. Yeah, motherfuckers, they It's been some big back activities going on. But see, what these motherfuckers failed to realize is that I've always had a big back. Bakaathee. Bakaathee. See, nothing is going to stop me. Not the restriction that I feel, because that just lets me know that I'm a hard hitter. Not the fact that people don't like me, and not the fact that I talk like I talk, because I'm going to be grounded in my own essence and energy. I am a goddess. I'm a daughter of Saturn, and Uranus is my grandfather. Literally. See, collective, the attacks will have you, especially the psychic attacks, especially when you feel like you feel overwhelmed, you keep having these negative thoughts. Let me tell you something. I need you to Musa. I need you to learn how to sit there and say, what you doing? What you want? If that thought is saying, I want to kill myself, don't you dare speak that. Send that motherfucker back out. Look at it. Look at it. And tell it to live. Now go home. Look at it. Don't receive nothing that you don't want to receive. See, that's all we doing is giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. Stop receiving lesser than what you deserve. Stop receiving those negative thoughts, because they are not what you deserve. And if you think you deserve them, you are out of your motherfucking mind. And I need you to get back in there and align that mind with your heart space. And center yourself in your core. And ground yourself in the roots of your soils. And flow. Just let it flow. Just let it flow. Ain't nobody gotta know. Ain't nobody gotta know. Don't spend no time telling motherfuckers how they got you fucked up, because they know by now that they got you fucked up. Motherfuckers love to fuck around and find out. Look at that fly. You fucked around and found you. I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that for whoever is finding themselves. I know it gets lonely. I know that you reminisce and romanticize on the past with certain friends and co-workers and family and all that shit. But you have every ancestor that has ever lived within you. You have those. Play with yourself. You got your inner child still within you. Play with yourself. Begin to love on yourself. I've been angry. I've been angry. But I will for my anger to be expressed in a creative way. When giving is all you got. And God is all you give. Better getting better. My better getting better. Better getting better. Better getting better. Better getting better. My better getting better. Better get better. Better get better. Better get better. My better's getting better. Better getting better. Better getting better. Better getting better. I'm better getting better.